Okay, so this is how to prepare Beeru's food. This is feeding her a little bit early today, 6 o'clock, but I'm feeding her her evening meals. So first, but this is it's basically the same steps for either meal. So the first, I usually just microwave 30 seconds, just her plain plate, just to heat up the plate, and then we're gonna do 60 grams of this one, EN salmon, and then 50 grams of this one, the Royal Canin renal support E. Okay. Um, so what you do, I usually just take this bowl. I make, even if I split the meals up, which I'm gonna do, I usually just make all 110 grams at once, and then I just feed her like a third, and then um, 2/3 later. So, uh, so for the evening meal, if you split it up, yeah, basically feed her 1/3 earlier, and then wait until like 8 or 9, and then feed her the second meal, which will be the rest of it. So, okay, so here we have, you put the bowl on the scale, and then press this button. It'll zero it out, and then you can just put in the food until it reaches the desired amount. So we want 60 grams of this, which should be, and it doesn't have to be exact. Okay. So you see over here, it says 60. So now that's 60 grams of that. And then I'll just add 50 grams of this, so just until it says 110. So 50 grams of this. You just keep adding until it says you get the amount you need. And, okay, there we go. It says it's 112, so it doesn't have to be exact, so that's fine. So since I'm gonna split up the meal, I'm not gonna add water to it right now because it's easier to add it right before you serve it. So I'm just gonna mix it up. Just try to mix it all up, so the chunks, the loaf, the renal food is all mixed in. She doesn't really like the renal food, but she likes the salmon a lot. Here she comes. She's right here. Oops. Where is she? There she is. Hi. So as long as you if you mix it well, she'll eat it. She should eat it. Okay, and then we're gonna every main meal, so every 110, you get put in one of these. So since I'm making the whole meal, I'll put in one whole one. This way it's easier. You don't have to split it like half and half even if you split the meal. So that's why it's easier to make the whole meal at once. So one full of these capsules. That's this Aminovast. This one, it's for her kidneys. And then you can just throw you just open it up, dump it in, and you can throw the capsule away. And then I have here this calming care. I already used half for this morning, so I'm gonna use the other half for now. So she gets, basically every day she gets one whole pack of this and 2 of these. So if you split out her 2 meals, her 2 big meals, it's 1 capsule of Aminovast per meal, and then half a packet of this. And then again, if you split that big meal into smaller meals, you can just, you can just make the whole 110 grams all at once, and then just split it up. Okay, so then you just mix it up really well, so all the supplements kind of gets in there. Okay, so yeah, it looks kind of like that. So yeah, it looks kind of like that when you mix it all up. And so this is done microwaving, so we just grab her plate. Should be warm, but not hot. And then all you do, you put this, actually, I think it's easier. Put this on the scale. Hold on. Okay. Make sure to get all the food off because it's all by weight. So you gotta get all the food in there. It's okay to be a little off. Press that button again, it'll zero it out. And so this is 110 grams. And usually at night, I feed her, first I feed her earlier about 30 grams, and then later at night I feed her 80 grams because the 80 grams needs to last her throughout the entire night. So all you do is you just scoop some of it out until it says -30. So, and then that'll mean you have 30 grams. And of course it doesn't need to be exact. If she's like particularly hungry, or if like you don't think you can feed her till like late, then you can adjust the the amount. So like today I'm feeding her a little bit early. Usually I'd want to feed her around 7 for her first meal, but my mom's coming over at 7 and she needs to and I'm gonna show her how to give her medicine, and she needs to eat before her medicine. So I'm gonna give her 35 instead of 30. And then after that, now we'll add the water. So put it under here. You press this unlock, press it twice, and then just hold down the dispense button. Maybe like 10 grams of water or so. It's just like that. That's enough. And then just mix it up. Mix it up really well so it's not watery. I'm gonna mix it up. Hold on, let me see if I can show you. Yeah, so you just like kind of mix it, mix, press it down, and kind of mix it. You want it to turn into like more of a gravy kind of texture. She really likes gravies. So okay, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but you kind of just like keep stirring it, keep like mashing it into the water, and then eventually you kind of get this texture. Hold on, let me show. You get this texture, which is it's like kind of a gravy. Okay, and then the last step, this isn't necessary, but I like to do it because she has a problem with, not a problem, but sometimes she doesn't like to eat the big chunks. So I just take a fork and then like, I kind of just like mash it up a bit. So like all the big chunks sort of like get mashed up and turn to small chunks. And that's it, okay? And then you kind of just like spread it around the plate so it's not all one big chunk in the middle. And that's it. So we'll go feed her. Come on, Beeru. So her appetite's actually really good right now, but it might go down. So right now she'll pretty much eat whatever you put in front of her, but sometimes you have to like get her in the mood. So to do that, let's say she's not really feeling like eating. Usually I just take a little scoop like this. You just get a little bit on the spoon, on this spatula, and then you kind of just let her sniff it. Oh, okay, maybe she's not in the mood to eat. So this is a good time. Okay, Beeru, you gotta kind of coax her. Beeru, where are you going? Yeah. It's okay. You just like put it in front of her, let her smell it a bit. I don't know what, usually she's quite eager. It's okay, Beeru. There you go. You just let her smell it, and then eventually she'll start licking it. Once she licks it, then she kind of gets in, her appetite kind of comes up, and then and then she'll be more in the mood to eat. So yeah, I let her lick it a bit. And then after she licks it, I do that 1 or 2 times, and then I kind of like just put it in front of her and see if she's in the mood to eat. Yeah, like this. And then you just let her take a few bites. Right? And then, yeah, so that kind of like, yeah, that's enough. And then, so then after that, then you can just put it here for her. And then if she's hungry, she'll go and eat it. If she's not, you know, she'll eat it at her own pace. And then if you want, you can just be like, hey, Beeru, Beeru. You kind of just like point here. You can tap the foil to kind of get her attention. Beeru. So she's not really in the mood to eat right now, which is okay. She'll kind of start eating on her own later. So you kind of just, if after that, you can just leave it there. You can just leave her alone, and that should be it. So this is where her main food goes. If you have to make the whole thing, all 110, and then feed it to her, because let's say you have to go somewhere, you just put 1 plate here, and then 1 plate here, and then she'll kind of split it up herself. And that's it. And then afterwards, you can just put the leftovers in the fridge. So yeah, so there's a little left over here. You just put the lid on, put the lids on. This lid is kind of tight, so you kind of have to, I'll get it on later, but you'll figure it out. And then for the leftover here, you can just grab in this drawer, there's the plastic wrap. Just grab it. And wrap it up. And then you put in the fridge to save for later, to save for, you know, the next meal. Okay, that's it. Thank you.